that. Share sound, stereo, share. Okay. How we doing? Oh, let's play that music. Let's play that music now. What you say? Yeah, there you go. See, now I got a little monitor. That's so much better. All right. Because I couldn't really tell what was happening before, you know what I'm saying? All right, so now we're live. What am I doing today? Hi, I'm Bob. Also known as the Static Dive. Also known as the short guitar player in the band Shoe. Also known as Leela's dad. Also known as the guy turning down this fader. Here we go. All right. Oh wait, that turns everything down. That's not what I want. What do I want? I want to turn this fader down. Now you can still hear me. All right. And that's important to no one. Said no one ever. Let's see. We want everything to 0. How can I just put everything to 0? Can I just do a clicker there? Click. Oh, I can do that. Okay, cool. All right, groovy. I got it. That one I don't want to 0. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm Bob, Static Dive, and the music and all that. And so what I do here is I do little streams. I was doing looping sessions, where I was kind of, like a looping session. I play a bunch of instruments and go on a loop, and I do a solo or something. And that was fun. And then, but I was doing that because Pro Tools wouldn't work over, I couldn't get Pro Tools to work over any streaming software, and it turned out it wasn't just my issue. Lots and lots of people have that problem if they're using Windows and Pro Tools and Zoom. So anyway, I found the solution is this voice meter app, voice meter banana. So I don't represent them in any way. I just letting you know how this is working, because this thing will pop up every once in a while, and I'll turn it up or down like there. See the C. It's pretty cool. Basically, it functions as a mixer for Windows, and this is my Pro Tools session. This is basically the system sounds right here. All right. And you can pick what output. These are all different outputs. You can pick what outputs you want these things to go to. So like right now, you can hear the music, but I can't. That's pretty cool. All right. So, but anyway, so that's that stuff. What I'm doing here with this music, with said music, I gotta get my mic stand situation sorted out. Mics are a problem. The mics are fine. The mic stands are a problem. They're all broken. I got a couple of them. They're all broken. Anyway, that's not your problem. Unless you want it to be, I suppose. Buy me a mic stand. That's not that kind of show. All right. So what I am doing here, though, is with one eye watching the Yankees beat the Diamondbacks, I'm hoping. Oh, did Judge hit another home run? I think he did. I think he just hit another home run. He's a very talented young man. Oh, it wasn't a home run, but he got another hit. Anyway, not the point either. So what I'm doing here is I was doing like looping sessions and everything, and that was fun. Then I got Pro Tools to work. So now I'm this in the studio with the Static Dive. Is literally me in the studio. Like I tracked a little bit yesterday. That was more of an experiment where I was doing yesterday, the day before, I was doing manic depression kind of on the fly. It came out pretty cool. I might end up finishing it, but in any case, I've done some editing and other mixing stuff. So what I'm doing here today is, because I'm sort of getting out of the testing phase with this whole process. I think. I hope so. I hope everything's working. I hope I'm not just moving my hands around in silence right now. But I guess we'll see. Darn, that would stink, huh? What's the mic say now that I'm thinking about that? All right, the mic and the music all going out the same place, out the same holes there. Excuse me. So what I'm doing here today is editing Clareza. This is a song. So I've got a new album coming out. And it's a follow-up to a pair of EPs that I released called Blue Light Sessions Volume 1 and 2. And they were it was me playing everything, but I pretended to be this sort of jazz, kind of Havana jazz band from the 50s, and I wrote these kind of Latin-inspired bebop jazz kind of blues tunes, and it came out cool. I really like them a lot. So then I kind of developed into a little band there with that instrumentation, and I got better at each instrument and everything with the congas and all that. So I started writing other music that wasn't necessarily Havana bebop Latin jazz band or anything. So, and what it turned into was just this sort of groovy the whole record of kind of groovy non-denominational instrumentals, genre fluid instrumentals, but played by that same theoretic band that was on the Blue Light Sessions Volume 1. This is their after parties. The album's called Blue Light After Party, and it's them kind of blowing off steam, having fun after the gig. They get all the top fans from the club, all the hot chicks and the cool dudes that are still hanging around at the end of the set, bring them back to the after party and play a little looser, play some different styles and jam out a little bit. So that's kind of what the album's all about. This song in particular is called Clareza, and it's a very simple little tune. I kind of picked it apart in a previous video, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but you can see it's I don't ever have a lot of tracks. I kind of get my stuff done with efficiency, I guess you could say. Laziness, efficiency. Oh, I'm turning it up there even though I turned it down over here. All right. So the instrumentation here, the instrumentation here is pretty simple. How the song came about is that I was chilling out. I was basically just kind of going through, I have like a lot of kind of half finished, like a lot. I've got a ton of almost finished projects and that sort of thing. So I found one that was just 2 tracks of congas, and it was basically the same, these 2 tracks here. And it's sort of like the two, each of the 2 conga drums, those right there, right? One of them, usually I put a put 2 mics on the congas and play it. But what I was experimenting here with was playing basically a separate rhythm on each one, and then record them kind of together. So that's kind of what this is all about here. Let's see what it sounds like, just the congas. See, I'm cutting it because the song breaks there, right? Oh, that wasn't very exciting. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's do it take it from the top, Bob. How about right there? There you go. Now, it's these 2 tracks here I've soloed, right? So those are 2 separately recorded tracks of congas played on the separate drums. So I'm like on the high conga here, and then the timbal, the bigger one down there. I think that's what they are, the conga and the timbal. So, or vice versa. I think I gotta mix them up, but I think it's the conga and the timbal. Anyway, that's what I did there. So then I forgot about it, and then like a month later, I find this track of just this groovy little rhythm going on these congas. So I made a song out of it. Ha! What do you know about that? Let's see what all the percussion sounds like when it's all doing its thing, all of it together, because that's the fun thing. There's a shaker. What else you got? Oh, I guess that's it. I thought that was it. So yeah, it's a very simple track. So as far as percussion goes, really just got the congas, and there's a little shaker in there somewhere. I don't even know where that is. Is there really a shaker? I don't think there is. We can get rid of that track. There's no shaker. Hide and make inactive. So, see, it's getting simpler and simpler. I don't think there's a piano either. Right on. Hide and make inactive. Alright, hold on a second. Oh, I had that cranked right up. The reason those tracks even exist there is because I'll start with a template. Like I have with each project, and I kind of, I've kind of done versions of this over years, and then working with Kilo, he kind of inspired me to do it for like a project, so like I'm working on a 10-song set in this case, right? So I have a template that I start with. Kilo just does the same thing on the back end, sort of, where he'll have a template or a previous session that he starts mixing and mastering with. I'll have this template where like the instruments that I used on the previous one, because I'm supposed to be a band, right? So I have the same sounds to some degree, and then change it up. How I change it mostly is by changing instrumentation, you know what I mean? Like this song I have piano, this one's got an organ or whatever. This song in particular has an electric piano and organ. But the cool thing about this is, so after I found that cool little conga rhythm, right? So I got this going on. Right? Come on. Why are you doing that? Okay. All right, I got to turn the volume back up. So when I had that, right, then the first thing I did was this guy. I started grooving a little bass line on the organ. Yeah. So anyway, that's the cool thing going on there. So that's what I started with. I got the conga rhythm, and then I added that little bass line. And when I had that, then the rest was easy. It was just like, oh, just add a little groovy. I added the little... Right, you got this going on. Because this came on, so you got the... Let's do this in the right order, right? So we start with the congas. We start with that conga rhythm. And then I come in with the, and then, so the organ player starts grooving. So then one of the other groovy dudes is over there in front of the Rhodes. Maybe he's a guitar player, and he's just like, he's not near his guitar, so he just goes and kind of leans over by the Fender and starts knocking out some minor chords. There you go. And then the other guitar player, the drummer sits down at his kit, right? So he just starts, okay, all right, how you doing? What's up, man? All right, it's a cool groove. All right, guitar player's like, I got this, man. Don't you worry about a thing. And then that's it. And then that's the party. Track, but there's no bass. It's just the organ. I'm gonna get rid of that bass track. So that's the whole thing, man. Really, this is really the percussion bus conga. That's really all one track if you think about it. Then you got the drum kit. The drum kit, I gotta split it all up. I forgot about that. I'm not into that right now, though. What I am into right now is one of these interludes. Oh, let me turn this down a little bit. Come on, Bob. Can't hear myself think, for crying out loud. So, this song is basically just kind of a little bluesy groove, right? I think it reminds me of the Neville Brothers, or like a New Orleans, Nolans kind of groove, right? But anyway, the reason we're here today is the guitar. Guitar has like two solo sections. I like them both a lot, but the second one is sort of always a little too far off the beat. I mean, I kind of play like syncopated a lot, on purpose. But I think the second solo here, which is coming up right now, I think it just goes a little too far off. See, I can hear it already. So what I want to do, I don't want to get rid of the solo. I like the solo. My timing was just a little funky. So I'm going to fix it. I'm going to cheat. So let's see. Yeah, see, those are kind of those. That's so. What I'm doing is I'm blowing up the. This is the solo I'm fixing right here, right? Let's play, shall we? That's not the whole thing. You can see it's all a little off all the way through. I don't know what I was thinking. Right there is off. So it's not all off, but some of there's just a couple of blatant spots. I think right there. I think it's just that. Yeah. Can I do that smoothly though? That is the question. Can this be done smoothly? What's that beeping at me? What's... I don't care about that, whatever that is. Alright. Alright, let's see here. So what I'm doing is looking for a safe and reasonable spot to splice this thing, right? So, because this sounded all pretty good here, I think, until I got to that note. And I think it's got to play either right there or right there. I got to listen. Yeah, so I think I want that to slide to here. But like this is good there. He can stay right where he is. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to split this right here. But yeah, see, I got to pay attention to what's happening on the back side there too. So we'll take that right out there. Chop it, right? We're on grid right now. So that's why I see if I'm on slip or grid. If I'm on grid, then it'll snap to grid like that. If I was on slip, just goes haywire. I can do whatever I want. I'm not that confident right now. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna say zippity doo dah, and then we will slip because we're not on the beat. So we gotta slip to get back, and we slipped off the beat when we played the note. So we gotta slip it back on, right? So I'm gonna slip that right there. There you go. Now, what I got to do is deal with this space I just created, right? But I think I can do that by going back to grid. But in minutes and seconds. Because I'm pretty confident that's going to sound good. Let's check it out. Yeah, I already like it. So, we're on grid. I'm going to go to 16 notes. Let's just see. So what I'm going to do is basically stretch... I chopped it there, but Pro Tools will remember, I think, the audio that I cut away, see? And I can just do a crossfade. Let's do a tight little cross. Yeah, look at that guy, see? I did, so I broke it to 64th notes, and I'll do that, and I'll do a crossfade on that, and then cross my fingers, see what it sounds like. I think it's going to sound okay. Let's go back. Yeah. See, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Wait a minute, though. Did I do a dumb thing? Let's look, shall we? Did I unfix what I fixed by doing my crossfade? I did. I did indeed. Yeah, that was dumb. Okay, let's undo all of that business. Let's instead just fade it out there. How about that? See you later. We'll go to 30-second notes. We're gonna fade that. So what I'm saying is that, so I moved that over to fix it, but then I extended the other side of it on top of it with effectively undoing what I had done. So now I'm remedying that error. Now what I don't know is what this is going to sound like when it comes in. So what I'll do is go like real tight, right? Let's see. I think I should once again undo this, right? Maybe go like this. Boop. That's what I gotta do. Okay. Well, that was dumb too. I'm just dumb all over. All right, let's try this again. What I'm trying to do, clumsily, is make this a smooth transition. Ironically, I'm doing it clumsily, which is not likely to lead to a smooth outcome. So let's start over. This is the begin. This is the note that I want to stay in its place. All right, and then this is the noise I want to get rid of. So all I really want to do is baby be friends with you. That's Dylan, by the way. All right, and then slide this guy over there and then do the same thing there, right? That might work. Otherwise, I'll have to do a crossfade on that. Maybe that'll be cool. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Not super cool. Kind of sloppy. Kind of choppy. Oh, look at these. Alright, this is starting to feel like a crossfade. Let's instead do that. Shall we? Am I dumb? Am I going to do the same dumb thing? No. No, Bob. You're not dumb. Well, thank you, Bob. Alright. Cross that fade. How about that? There it doesn't look right. See, you are dumb. Let's try this another way, shall we? There we go. Now, you're a genius. Alright, let's do this again. Hey! Alright. Like we knew what we're doing. Alright, let's see. Go to the end. Do roughly the same thing. Hopefully with less pain. Alright. Let's just do that. We'll go across that fade when we get to it. Alright. I'm full of one-liners here today. Ooh, what about... I like that. Oh, but that, see, that's where you go. Let's go to your 8th note. See, I told you, this solo's got a couple of ugly little spots. Right there is one of them. Alright. And I just, you know, I like the solo. It's groovy and kind of quirky and stuff, but it's like when you get a little quirky, sometimes you get a little too quirky. You gotta de-quirk. So that's what we're doing here. We're de-quirking. De-quirking Bob's guitar playing. Just a little de-quirking, not too much. We like the quirk. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right. We're going to slip, slide, and away. Oh, we got to put you. See, when you slip, it switches the grid on you, unless you go up here and say bars of beats. And now I know where I am. So I'm going to say slip. And then again, hopefully with less pain this time. Maybe we can just do it like this. Will it let you do a crossfade when you're slipping here? Maybe it will. All right, cool. Let's try that. Whew. See, it's all screwy, this solo. What the heck am I thinking? Like I'm way off there. I see I was off. Oh, wow, that's crazy. All right, I'm fixing it. Give yourself a break, Bob. It's okay. We can forgive you. I don't know if that's going to sound good or not. Well, let's find out. I don't know. I think I gotta do it again down there. But yeah, that sounds good where it is. I'll clean up all the little chop spots after, as you saw previously. I try not to need to edit my guitar this much, but sometimes, you know. Well, like I said, I could easily just do another solo, but I like this one. I just wish it wasn't so quirky. see, now that sounds funny. Oh, you know why? Because it's that's off. That's why it sounds funny, because it's off. The whole friggin' thing's off. What the hell was I? Oh, never mind. Let's see here. Just what the hell? Never mind. No, nothing. No details required there. All right, let's see. What we want to do is not what I just did. What we want to do is, because this guy's on right here, right? So I think we're good there. Oh, get it off slip. So we're back on grid. So we want to be able to snap to grid here now. All right. So all I got to fix is these two. Fix is these two. Has that grammar bump. All right. That's weird. That's not slipping. I don't think I can do any of this all in chunks. It's small chunks. I mean, you gotta saying chunks way too much. All right. Let's see what that sounds like. Good. All right, that's good, except for the clippity clip, which we're gonna fix right now. And then we'll do, I kind of like doing the crossfades and the slip. You can just kind of pick where I go and zoop. There we go. All right. Wow, that's not too bad. See, I don't need the little click, clicky, click, clickety click in the front there. Or probably that. See, I think this guy could actually just go right over here. Maybe he goes a little bit later instead, and maybe on this guy. Yes, sir. Okay, let's see. Now, clean it up. See, there's a lot of mess there. We're just gonna fade out. Fade out didn't work too well last time, but we're gonna try it again. All right, maybe not such an extreme fade. Maybe a more extreme. Yeah, baby. See more. Okay, it's obviously cool right there. It's right there. It goes off. So let's do another slip. I'm feeling pretty confident with these slips right now. This guy, right? It doesn't sound bad. That's where it sounds bad. That's what you gotta worry about, Bob. It's a music. It's a music. Words of wisdom. Bob Smith. So he's early. He's early. It's kind of getting in time here. And then they look they might probably okay. So it's really these guys here. Let's get right there. Chop. It's really that section right there. So, zoop. And hopefully we're done fixing this solo. I'm second guessing my decision to keep it. Let's see. That's good. I gotta go back a little bit. Might be done. clickies there. Fix the clicks. God, Bob. Fix the clicks already. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let's find out. Shall we? Dracula. Ooh. See, crossfades are cool sometimes. Why do I have every track soloed? That's ridiculous. I think I was being crafty before, that's why. We want to solo that guitar, right? Okay, hold on. There's a lot of fixing going on with this solo. This is more than usual. I will say that. It's all right though. It's fun. All right. Hey. I just like all over on timing on this one section. The rest of the song's great. Just this one section, I'm all over the place. Weird. And again, I could have. I also like the guitar sound. Recreating guitar sound, you know, can be challenging. That's not good. I just gotta be. What do I now? On. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Oh yeah, this is not on. I just didn't do it close enough. For God's sake. All right. All right. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Shall we? Oui. That's French, you know. All right. Come on. What the? I guess not. I guess not. What did I do and why? Okay. Grid. And this. And crossfade? Hey, all right. See what that sounds like. Okay, one more, and then we're done repairing Bob's guitar. Hey, what? No, what did I just do? Okay, nothing, I guess. Wow, that was kind of great. Oh, I did do a little, didn't I? Okay, let's undo. How about that? There we are. Let's try that again. So what we're trying to do is get rid of the gap there. Oh, slip. What do we got there? See? It was quite a gap. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is take this little section here and maybe do a crossfade. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see what that's on. One more. Uno más. What are the Yankees doing? 9-3. Yeah, I missed something. Cool. I mean, not cool that I missed it. Cool that they scored, I mean. All right, let's see here. Fade that guy in. Bastard. Come on. All right. I'm torn on that fade because it's kind of a quick fade, but I also kind of like it a little bit. Maybe I just kind of make it up a little bit there. A little bit. Oh, see? That was pretty sweet. All right. What else can we do there? Dog's flipping out back here. That's perfect. I think I just fixed the song. Let's listen to it, shall we? Let's listen. All right, from the beginning. I think that was the only thing I needed to do here today with this song. So let's just listen. Okay, Oh, this is what I'm doing. I always forget you can't see my other screen. So this is what I'm doing here. I got the where's the shit just disappears. All right, that's voice meter. Right, I'm at 0, right? I'm at 0. Oh, now you can double click on it and go to 0. Is that right? Okay. Well, learn something new every day. What's that one? Hi, I'm Bob. All right, so what we're doing here is listening to the song. Enjoy. Yankees are winning 9-3. Top of the 6th. So this is the good solo. I didn't edit anything here. It's a cool solo. I love that. I like that little melody there. That's the little Caribbean part of it, a little reggae vibe here. I got a bit of history with that, with the reggae, with Jamaican music, ska music in particular. I have a band, Shoe, that played ska for the last 30 years. So I do a lot of this, a lot of backbeat guitar. I'm doing it on the piano, the electric piano. Oh, let's go back, because that's a cool... So this... It's that, and the hi-hat. See how the hi-hat's like 1 and 2. The two things are really kind of make it a good regular. I like this. That's a cool riff. I'm not much of a keyboard player, so when I just kind of, I land on some good riffs once in a while, so I try to accent them, because most of what I'm doing on the keyboard is pretty boring. I'm just like dun 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 dun. So if I do something cool, I'll make sure it's apparent in the song. Guitar is just guitar, I just play. And as with all my tracks, or most of my tracks, especially these days, all these, even the MIDI tracks here, it's all like live stuff. I mean, these are different takes and everything, you know what I mean? But it's me playing a live electric piano. I always tell you can always tell because like the velocities are all over the place and the length of the notes are, you know, funky. But yeah, see, like that, like, you know, if a robot was doing that, and the chords would not, they would be much more uniform. But anyway, point being, not that. Point being that this is live, so. Well, there you go. The drums is really what I was going to show you, because I play the drums on pads over here on my keyboard. Anyway, that's the song. That's Clareza. I don't think I need to do any more with it this evening. And it's 9 o'clock. I got to call my kid. So, I will have this new album done very soon. But even before that, April 15th is my birthday, Tuesday. April 15th, I will be 55 years old. 55 years old. And when that happens, I will also release the groovy new version of Purple Haze that I recently completed and was masterfully mixed and mastered by my good buddy business partner and collaborator, Mr. Kilo House. So you got that to look for. You want to hear it before we go? Why am I don't want my cell phone there. What the heck? All right, here. What do you see? Oh, I have a monitor now. Okay, yeah. You're going to see this. Okay, cool. It's funny. There's quite a delay there, though, you know. Between what I'm saying right now, by the time you hear it, according to my iPad here anyway, it's a good 20 seconds. But let's see here, shall we? What's that noise? Do you hear that? That was weird. It's like a big low hum. You hear that, Murph? Murph noticed it too. Murph's the dog. He's down there. Can you see Murph? Oh, I think you can see him if I get all the way out of the way. The black mass right there. That's Murph. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. All right. Purple Haze. April 15th. Everywhere. Oh, no, it's not going to work because of this crazy app that I'm using. Darn it. How do I fix that situation? This is educational now. Let's see. Sounds. Oh, because I'm using this crazy app, I know what's up. See? Here you go. I got to choose voice meter. So what is this? Output. I want this to be voice meter in. Let's do. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Voice meter outbeat. Oh, it's all the same thing. No new tale to tell. That's a reference to Love and Rockets there. All right, let's see if this works. I'll refresh. This might work. Hey, there you go. Oh, yeah.
Kiss the sky.
Now, as you can see, this version is slightly different than the original, though it harkens back to the original with Kilo's brilliant production and hazy reverb and psychedelia. But the percussion's the same old blue light percussion. It's all like congas and cowbell and stuff.
Put a spell on me. Help me. Help me. Oh yeah.
It's like the Afro-Cuban All-Stars dropped acid and played some Hendrix.
Or just the end of time.